The movie starts and is informed about the universe. Earth's water also turned poisoned. The remaining inhabitants of the planet were dying for it. Later, he observes the severed heads of people there. Those were scary. Later, they visit a place where people exchange luggage with each other. In the market, some powerful people fought by pinning their hands. They are called butlers. Among them is a man named Frederick. The boy arrives at the store and gives some luggage to the clerk. He also gives him the pen he found in the trash. The boy was a big fan of the superhero character in the Turbo Riders book, and she wants to be like him. Meanwhile, a man approaches Frederick and informs him that one of our men has disappeared. It was none other than Frederick's brother. He was arrested by the town leader who brutally killed Frederick's brother. On the other side, the boy who got the Turbo Rider book. He was sitting on the swing reading a book with great pleasure. A stunning young girl comes and sits in another swing. She introduces herself as Apple and ties a friendship band on his arm. Later, when he sees her talking to a dead body, he gets scared enough and goes from there. The band of friendship activated that Apple bound him. He tries to put it down, but in the process gets an electric shock and passes out. On the other hand, Frederick goes after the town leader by taking his friends to find out where his brother is. However, his friends try to convince him that the leader of the town is quite dangerous, and we should not fight him. Rather, we should go for water so that we can survive after taking water. Everything turned to poison due to the deadly rain and there was no water. However, Frederick resists, and in the meantime the leader's men appear. They murder Frederick's men, and after they kidnap Frederick, they take him with them. When the boy wakes up, Apple, the girl, was standing in front of him. The boy is excited about this, and when he goes to look for the luggage, Apple tells him I'll join him too. On the way, he informs her that there are some rules we must follow. First of all, we must always have a water bottle with us. Second, we will never go into the danger zone, and we should stay away from dangerous people. That seems strange. On the other hand, Frederick is pretty ragged and attacks the male leader of the town, and he also attacks the leader. Meanwhile, the leader of the leader cuts Frederick on the arm. On the other side, the boy asks Apple, "Where are you from?" But the boy denies her because it was a dangerous area. The boy runs away from there, but the man is now chasing him. While running, he accidentally falls into the basement. It was a spaceship. When he turns it on, he finds that his Turbo Rider hero has indeed arrived there, but he remained unsuccessful and was killed. Later, after wearing a turbo baby suit, he comes out. He asks the man who was chasing him, "Where's Apple?" But the man seems strange, does not respond to him, and attacks the turbo child. However, there was some energy in the suit. He fired it and killed the man. Apple was also brought to where Frederick's brother was killed. After killing people, the city leader grinded their body parts. It extracts water from their body parts. That was the reason why the townspeople were disappearing from here one by one. There comes a Turbo Kid. He tells the leader, "I am the Turbo Rider, the superhero. Free your friend Apple immediately. If you are a superhero, show me your skills." He tries to attack, but the suit's battery is dead. Because of this, he couldn't attack him. He was taken to the place where Apple and Frederick were being held. Frederick tells them that we should fight them together. Turbo Kid asks the leader of the town to free all the people he kidnapped, but the leader clearly rejects this and instead takes a shot at Apple. Meanwhile, a man from the town leader comes and grabs the Turbo Baby. After some time, his suit also charges and he kills the man. He tries to kill the leader, but his man arrives and misses his target, and it hits a gas line, and as a result a massive explosion hits there. Apple, Frederick, and Turbo the Kid take advantage of it from there. The leader of the town is ragged and orders Turbo to bring the child to him at all costs. On the other hand, Turbo Boy was quite shocked to see Apple, for though she was shot, she was not wounded. He reveals that he is a robot and becomes afraid when he sees it. He asks her, "Are you as dangerous as the other robots?" She says, "No, I am made for friendship." Because of that bullet that shot Apple, her bioelectrical meter collapsed. She was gradually dying, and the boy goes to the merchant again. He used to take things from him to exchange, and the merchant was quite afraid of the disappearance of people. For this reason, he ran away from there after packing his luggage. But the Turbo Boy tells the salesman that I need a bioelectric meter. He will tell him about the place where you will get this meter after going there. After kidnapping a merchant, the leader's man takes him to the leader of his town. She asks him about Apple and the boy. He threatens him, "If you don't tell me about them, I'll take your guts out." When she hears this, she becomes worried and tells about Apple and the boy. Despite this, the leader kills him. When Apple and the boy find out, they run away. They have reached a dead end. They have no other way to go forward. Here, Turbo the Kid uses his powers and kills all the male leaders of the town one by one. But the man attacks Apple, in which her head is severed. A boy enters the danger zone after holding Apple's head. He came to a place where many robot bodies were placed. He holds the robot body and attaches Apple's head and he passes out. From here we see a scene from this boy's childhood. The leader of the town came to his parents and asked them for water. Seeing that this boy's parents have enough water, he threatens them. He says, "You can't do anything here without my permission. This is my country." The leader of this city killed the parents of that turbo kid. This boy had seen all this secretly when he was little, and he was quite afraid. From there he goes after taking a cycle. We come to the present scene. When he wakes up, he sees that Frederick brought him out of the dead zone after saving him. On the other hand, Apple also wakes up and is happy to see herself in different clothes. As Frederick and the boy move forward, they see that they are surrounded by the town leader's men. Both bravely faced them and killed them one by one. The lady was about to kill baby Turbo, but Apple arrives in the meantime. She kills the lady and gives her air blaster to baby Turbo along with it. The town leader shoots Apple and Frederick there. Additionally, he shoots the Turbo kid, but he stands in front of him. Because he had a box in his pocket, the bullet didn't hit him. He attacks the leader with his air blaster and kills his men one by one. Apple woke up again and they were both quite happy, believing everything was fine. Meanwhile, the leader wakes up. He was also a robot. Not a good robot, but an evil robot. Even this robot killed the man who made it. He attacks the Turbo kid with his laser beam. Turbo throws a missile at him, and he attacks with his turbo blaster and the robot dies there. Apple comes in front of the beam that was approaching the baby Turbo. Due to the explosion, water starts to emerge from the ground. The water was quite clean and drinkable. Meanwhile, Apple is dying there. Turbo baby gets quite upset and starts crying. This is how the movie ends.